Hey there, folks. Joni here, aka Jerk. I just got my test pressings in the mail for As Night Falls, As Day Breaks, and I'm gonna give them a listen. Won't you join me? They were sent in a package from one DeepMatter Records, my label of about 7 years, I guess, at this point. Tom was cool enough to include a handful of other releases from the DeepMatter catalog, so he sent me Le Grand Vachon, I guess, from the offline. I think it's in French, maybe. I think he's German, though. I don't know. But Vibrations from Simon Jafaris. Letting Go Forever from Sholto. This is actually the only one I don't think I've heard yet, so I'm excited to give it a listen on vinyl for the first time. Blue Earth Sounds, Cicero Nights, and Dawn Glories. Don't Forget to Have Fun, which I love this record, so excited to have that one as well. They also sent a nice little smattering of these like cute little stickers. They have really good design. They've always had really good design, but the most recent ones are some of my favorites. I put one on my bike already. We'll see what I do with the rest. So this is a test pressing. There's 2 copies of the record. They were made in a plant called Mother Tongue in somewhere in Europe, I believe. But yeah, a test pressing is just a blank, like not printed copy of a record usually, and they make sure that everything is good from like an audio perspective and that the client is happy with the masters before they press like the whole production batch. So we're gonna give it a listen for the first time and make sure everything is sounding good. I'm excited. This is my first record to be pressed onto vinyl in the 10 years I've been doing this, so exciting stuff. Whoa. So just even in the first like minute of it, this is the best way I've ever like heard my music before. And I think just in general, jazz like is second to live. Vinyl is the best place to listen to jazz because the way that it translates the low and high end to me resembles my own like hearing, I guess, and the way that it like feels to me. Like when that drum hit and the bass first came in, like it hit me in the heart. Yeah, that's all for now. Let's just keep listening. I think digital ruins snare drums. This sounds so good. Damn. A little acoustic D&B. I played a bass solo with an octave up on this. which I've just like never done that before. I've never made an acoustic guitar track either, I don't think. I guess I've made a couple though, but yeah, this is like a weird little unicorn in the Jerk catalog now. Damn. This is so cool. SD card was full, but we made it back for my favorite track. Well, I'm gonna say every track's my favorite track, but this is one of my favorites for sure. Freaking shredding on this one, dude. This is my favorite part on the whole record. Dang. So that's I think it's the A side of the record. I kind of forget, honestly, but that was the As Daybreak side. Yeah, my first time hearing it on vinyl. Yeah, it's so cool. Oh, I gotta turn this off. For the nerds out there, I have a U-turn audio turntable. It's nothing fancy, I would say, but it's one where there's replaceable parts, so you can upgrade things if you'd like to, or switch things out rather. And then my trusty old Insignia stereo from Best Buy. I got it when I was like a freshman in college, so I could listen to CDs. But yeah, it sounds pretty good, so that's what we're listening on. But yeah, first listen through, it just feels right. I don't know. It's the way that I think jazz music is, or just music with real instruments, is like you want the body of it, like you want it to translate the same way that it translates when you see it live. And just digital doesn't always do that for me. Streaming doesn't always do that for me. But something about this, just like, it feels like what I know. And it's hard to describe because it's my own music too, and I've heard this like, 1,000 times at this point. But yeah, it's something about the way that, from an audio perspective, I had it mastered for vinyl, and I don't know much about that world, but I know that you treat limiting much differently and clipping much differently. And I know that the extremes get a little bit rolled off, so you get a little bit warmer like ends, so like rolled off high end, rolled off low end. But it just, I don't know, it translates. Something about it just works. And just like on a personal level, I wrote the demos for this project in like the spring of 2024. I showed them to Tom Pickford, who like the same Tom that like signed the pressing sleeve. That summer when I was in London, I spent most of last year making this actual version of it, where I like, I went into 2 studios with my drummer, and everything is real instruments, and it just took a while. It's 16 tracks in total. Had one of them come out already, one of them's coming out now. I submitted the masters like a long time ago. So it's like a 2+ year process kind of coming to a head. And I honestly couldn't think of a more beautiful way for that to happen. Like it just feels right. Feels very rewarding. I hope I don't end up ass up on the costs of this thing. So before I toast this camera angle, if you're a fan of my music or a fan of vinyl records and want to merge those two worlds, you can pre-order As Night Falls, As Day Breaks on Bandcamp right now. It'll also be in a handful of record stores in the US if you are a little turned off by that shipping cost. But yeah, it'll be coming out everywhere this May. So until then, you can pre-order. Once it comes to May, you can get it in stores or online. Shout out Martine Wade for playing drums on everything. Shout out Wyatt Retlewski for the bass on Stealthy She Moves. Shout out Sonny Ratliff for engineering the drums at his studio. Shout out Hunter Davidson for engineering the drums for As Day Breaks and mixing the whole record. Shout out my brother Jeremy Kinney for mastering it for vinyl. Shout out Tom Pickford for just like making this a thing that exists in the world. Shout out Max for making sure people hear it in the world, like press and radio and all that kind of good stuff. Shout out Liam K for the artwork. Shout out my partner E for the typeface. Yeah, everything is a family affair at a certain point. So those people are the reason that like this physical thing exists, and that's fucking cool. I'm gonna put the As Night Falls side on and get some B-roll.